There you are.
I put the thing together.
What thing together?
Yes.
That there's not enough.
It was. There was a whole packet of them.
Well, I didn't see them.
They were sitting on the top here with the instruction booklet. Did you use like all the little washers with all the screws?
Yeah, they just gave me heaps too many.
Yeah.
Anyway, happy birthday.
Oh. Thank you.
No worries. Do you have anything to say?
Thank you for the lounge.
No, I didn't mean like that. I just meant like in general, you know, people like always ask you whether you feel older or not. Do you feel any older?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't feel any different than I did yesterday.
Neither do I.
I think as you get older, you don't. I think it's different. Like when you're sort of, you know, say a teenager going into your 20s. Are we filming?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I don't know, as long as I'm not on YouTube.
That will most likely happen.
I just think as you get older, you still feel younger, you don't feel any different.
Yeah.
So do you feel different at 24 than you did at 20?
Yeah, a lot different. In some ways, and in some ways, no.
In some ways I don't feel any different to when I was in my...
I was actually watching videos last night of when I was 20, like exactly 4 years ago. Because they're the ones, that's when I started vlogging, and I've started uploading them, so that's the videos that I was watching last night. Videos I did when I started. A lot different to now.
Yeah. Some ways I don't always feel any different than I was in my, say, 20s or 30s, but obviously you're more wiser, I guess. Well, yeah, you feel more wiser because you've been through a lot more experiences, so you know things more. But just as a personally, sometimes you don't feel much different. You just look older. And some days you feel a lot older.
Just working on uploading some older videos. I spent a fair bit of time last night just watching the older ones, and it was so funny. Just watching my old self. Check them out if you want. I mean, most of the really old ones, like my first ones, are just webcam videos, and they go for a while, and I just ramble on for a while about what I was doing, but it's not all that interesting. I just want it on there anyway for the sake of it. I'm working now though on trying to get my Asphodel Meadows page looking a little bit more professional, I guess. Just sort of updating it. I just put my first vlog up. Looks like a couple of people have watched it. And yeah, I want to redo my profile picture for that. So I think I might get my backdrop out, because I just bought one of those last week for like $40 on eBay. So I'm going to pull that out and see if I can set it up somewhere and take a picture with like a nice black background, so I can do like a nice sort of low-key black and white portrait. Alrighty, so this is my old bedroom. Hello. This is my old bedroom, which became my sister's bedroom, but she's moved out, so I'm thinking this is going to be one of the only places I can actually set this thing up. Let's have a look at it first. I need something to cut it. I really need to get like a nice pocket knife, but this'll do. It's actually a bayonet. It's a little bit more porous than I expected. I thought it'd be smooth. But there's my green screen. It's my black backdrop. And my white one. It's sort of like a... I don't know what material it's made from. It's kind of like... It's fairly thin. Like, I think it would tear pretty easily, but I mean, what are you going to do? Like, it was $43 and each one is meant to be 1.6 by 3 meters, so you can't really expect it to be like super duper good quality. There's one stand. That's the crossbeam. It's pretty light, which, to be honest, like, I kind of expected. I mean, I'll upgrade one day, but for now, this is gonna have to do. Yeah, the all the fixtures are all plastic. And it doesn't look like they're very stable or anything, but where are we? There we go. So we've got one, two, and the bag that it goes in, and some rubbish. Wonderful. Hey gang, as you can see, this screen, which I have now erected, has quite the number of creases in it because of it being folded up. So I'm gonna, and it's not quite as black as I thought, so I'm gonna have to like work around that a little bit with some different lighting scenarios. I've only got the one, like the room light, which I can take some bulbs out to make it darker. But to do some of the pictures that I've taken already, I just had the light shining in through the doorway from the other room, and then put it on a self timer, and then just stood here and took the images. But I went and saw my grandma this afternoon, so I'm going to be allowed to take this out to her place so I can set it up out there, so I'll have more room, because at the moment, let me show you, I really don't have that much room. That's it set up there, and I'm only like right there, you know. Like there's really not that much room going on. So there's only like maybe 1.5 meters between the camera and where I'm standing, so I'm gonna have to do something else. But for the time being, I'll probably set it up like maybe next week when I've got some time.